Today's Sunday, it's the 2nd of February, it's 2025, and it's cold. Not as cold as it was yesterday, but it's pretty cold. And we're in Genova, so this is where we live. So we've got Belvedere Castle over there, or somewhere there. And just to the right of it, the building there is actually, I think it was a convent, and now it's got some sort of educational value. There's rumours at one time that it was going to be bought by Dustin Hoffman, the actor. That never happened. And then you've got the Bay of Palma behind that, and in the distance Randa. And it's well, it's not too bad a day today. It's just a bit colder. Yesterday was very cold, very wet. Never got above 12 degrees on our terrace, so it really felt cold. It rained much of the afternoon and day, and then in some parts it actually snowed. So on the mountain they've recorded about 5 centimetres, 5 inches even of snow. I don't know, yeah, 5 inches of snow. So yeah, not so nice up there. We're just going to have a little walk. We've got the girls with us today, and they want to go into the park. So this is the village of Genova, which is on the outskirts of Palma. So we actually come under Palma, but we're very much on the outskirts. And we're just going to walk down towards the church and the main square, and then the girls will be able to play in the park there. Got a whole range of different sort of houses here. So from apartments to multi-million-pound houses, and well, just like many parts of Mallorca, they keep on building, and we don't actually escape the graffiti. I'll come round this way to you. Right, so there's some steps there they can walk down, so I'll carry on walking around, just show you some of the building work that goes on here. Some of the building. There's a house with an infinity pool. Not the weather for infinity pools. And then something being built here. But no view because it's got an apartment block in front of it. It's been a while actually since I've walked along here. I think Anita does it quite often, more than I do. If she hasn't got a 10,000 steps in, she goes for a walk, and she just walks around the village. So yeah, I've not been seeing all of this new construction work that's going on. Any spare bit of land, or not even that, pieces of land where there's an old building that they can't do anything with, they'll buy it and then knock it down and rebuild, which I suppose makes good use of the land. I'm not sure what that was, but that's definitely a new build. The girls are going down there. I'll join them in a bit as they go to the park. I just wanted to walk down here a little bit just to show you a couple of places that feature in our life in Genova when we've lived here, and actually before. So just down there, if you carry on down, which I will do actually, there's the church. That's where I'm heading. Down here we've got some restaurants. Genova traditionally has been known for its restaurants. I think there's probably less restaurants than there used to be. Some have closed, some have been demolished, and some have actually been converted into other things. But, two of the ones which we were regulars at just here, and one of them still very much a restaurant, is Pedro. And Camp Pedro's up this road, which takes you to the monument of Navagesa, which is up on the hill. Just watch the cars. So just up there you've got Navagesa, but just less than 100 metres up there is Camp Pedro. Down there, Maison La Rueda. Really enjoy the food there. It's one that we like, keep for special occasions. And then one that sadly no longer exists is Sacaseta. Used to be owned by some friends of ours. Used to be their house actually, and we used to go there to visit them. And then Pedro always wanted to have a restaurant, so he converted his house into a restaurant. That's no longer the case. After Pedro retired from the restaurant, it was taken over by the people who now have Cana Joana, which is very close to our house, so we still have Cana Joana to go to. Camp Pedro, that up the road there that I was talking about, that's a new Camp Pedro. The original Camp Pedro just closed and has been empty for more than 20 years. They've just left it. I assume he owns it. And a couple of other restaurants that are down there have either been knocked down or closed or changed use. So this is one-way streets here. And, an empty piece of land there, which you know is just going to be built on. And at the bottom of this street is the original Camp Pedro. That door at the very bottom of the street is the original Camp Pedro, and just on this side is a primary school. And a bit further up, closer to us here, is the rear entrance to Sacaseta. No longer a restaurant. I'm guessing the girls have walked down by now. I'm just heading down the street, which will take us to the church. It's Sunday, so I'm guessing they'll have a mass on at some point. And it's where village activities can take place. Oh, there they are, they're ringing the bell. It's 10:30. The old village houses down here. And then we'll descend into the square. Anita does bring their granddaughters here quite often, so whenever they're over, it's one of the places they like to visit because they've got things they can do there. Anita says she's going to get us a coffee. Looks like they're doing some work in the square. I've got some steps to go down. Oh, and there's the remains of the San Antonio bonfire. Just smouldering away. I didn't even know they'd had that last night. Just the church on the side, and this is a square, and we've got a stage up there, and this is the medical centre. So what they do here, they just dump a load of sand on the ground, and then they build a fire on top of that, the bonfire, and this has been obviously very successful, and it's all been burnt away, just charcoal embers at the end. Tables and chairs have been put out, and people have had a good time. It was a bit cold and wet last night, so I'm not sure how successful it was. We went to the football match, and that certainly wasn't very successful. And Here's the little park for the children. So they've got sand to play in and well, things to play on. That's the rear of the medical centre there, just behind the church. Each of there chatting away on a phone. Was that Luna I just saw?
The bonfire's still there. Must have been a tornado last night. Who's that?
Hello.
There.
Kind of it's built on a hillside. It's got lots of little paths like this. Lead you to different places. So to get to the house, you have to walk down one of these paths. Well, Anisha's just been down to the local bakery and bought some pastries for the girls and some coffee for us.
Yes. So, cheers.
Cheers. How civilised. Cheers, everyone. And it's nice and hot too. Well, we've left the park now and we're going to be heading home, and we're going to go through some of these little passageways that I've mentioned. So that's the park down there, lots of steps. And here's one of these passageways, and they've got some nice helpful rails to help you get up there. And these passages will take us from one level to another level in Genova. And there are steps. Oh, there's a ramp. Where they are up there, that's the road. We have got a few shops, but not very many. So Anita went down, and on the main street down at the bottom there's a bakery and a general store. And up here we have a pharmacy. Which is just up there. The roads are fairly narrow here, and they're one way. Well, at least this one's one way. We do have at the bottom of here, we've got a couple more restaurants, the Caves of Hena and a Tabacos. Materials of construction, but I've never actually seen that open. I walk past them the wrong times of day. Well, there's a nice one for sale. So we could go straight down, or we can take a little detour.
With a lemon.
Yeah. We have lots and lots of lemons, and Anisha's been putting them outside our gate so that people can just pick them up as they go by. Put a sign saying that they were free, and a gentleman walked past saying, "Why are you giving them away?" Well, because we've got lots, that's why. And the oranges as well. The oranges are getting a little bit more difficult to pick now because they're just higher up, and they will eventually fall off themselves. I do have a picker on the end of a long stick, so I have used that. The narrow street. Well, we're going off home now. Had a nice little walk, and sorry this video is a bit late for today. Thanks very much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.